Hello everyone, Shane1288 here with your weekly RuneScape Byte for Monday, September 23rd, 2019. This week sees the launch of the Slayer Collection Log, and this is exactly the same as the Boss Collection Log, except a version of it is now available for Slayer monsters. And no, that doesn't mean they're in the exact same place. So to access this Slayer log, since that's what most of you are probably wondering, you can click the book that you're given upon login when you click the update banner this week. You can also right-click the skull of your Slayer counter, or you can find a button to access it from your Slayer kill count lists in the Beast tab, which is available in the Adventures menu. Now, as you can see here, my Slayer log is pretty sparse, and that's because some of the items you receive while doing Slayer, such as Abyssal Whips and whatnot, simply weren't tracked. Others, like head items and dragon eggs, are tracked and will update automatically on first login and will be populated with the received checkmark in the Slayer log. While this update may not seem substantive, it marks another way to track your progress in-game, and this time, of course, for Slayer. RuneScape is about making that next level, or the next tier of Comp Cape, or the Master Quest Cape, and this will help greatly along your adventures. And as we all know, RuneScape is often about the adventure and getting to where you're going. Plus, it's also useful for those of you who want to see just how much Slayer you've been doing. Previously, the only real methods of doing this were the Slayer Reward Shop and the Use Shop T-Souls. And to round it all out, there's a series of titles earned for completing the tasks of each area, 12 in particular, and you can find a full list of them in the news post. But more interestingly, when you complete the entire list, you'll earn the title The Ultimate Slayer. And there's going to be a first broadcast for the first player, the first Ironman, and the first Hardcore Ironman to reach this milestone. So get going. Let's look at the patch notes now for this week. First up, the prayer filter now stays activated when logging out, then back into the game. This was brought in a couple weeks back with the September mobile update. Updated the lambs at Farmer Fred's house to use the newer lamb models, including the infamous black sheep of the family. Chickens at the Falador farm, Miscellanea, and etc. have been graphically updated. Now in other patch notes, the Abyss bonus now correctly refreshes when re-entering an altar with it active. An issue where base camp upgrade items were rolling on an already obtained item and then failing has been fixed. You will now more consistently get the base camp upgrades if the drop table lands on it. And this should, of course, fix some of the complaining that's been going on in the community that these things didn't seem as common as they should have been. You'll no longer be stopped from collecting compost if the last compost gives an extra bucket of compost. You can now use the Make Leather Lunar spell on dinosaur hides. The color of the ring in Big Game Hunter that denotes how close you are to being caught now changes more evenly if you have the extension bonus from Hunter Lodge of Tier 2 or above. The automatic hide tanner in the Invention Guild will now accept dinosaur hide, and noted damaged hides from Big Game Hunter can now be placed in Beast of Burden inventories. And finally, the Light Creatures Enlightenment buff now correctly gives XP when it consumes Cursed Memories. That's it for the Weekly Byte. We'll be back this weekend for another full episode of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. Until then, feel free to join us in our Friends Chat BitsBytes, and if you found this video at all useful, give us a like and subscribe. See you this weekend, everyone.